What's up guys, it's Caitlin B and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, and if you follow me on Instagram, actually I've been talking about it a lot on the podcast, so I'm just saying, if you want the tea before the tea's spilled. Sarah and I are just an open book. We are sharing everything about our lives like in real time pretty much over on our podcast. So again, I will link That's Loaded podcast down in the description box below. But Alex and I are actually moving and I'm so excited. So I figured I would just dive into your questions about moving, answer everything that you guys pretty much submitted, like the most asked questions. And then if you have any other things that I didn't get to answer in this video, you know, throw them down in the comments because this is the start of something new. No, this is the start of another good to be home moving series. So get excited because we got a lot of moving content. Let's dive right in. The first question is, are you moving locations to another apartment or house? So I'm assuming you mean also because this last move that Alex and I did in 2019, how long have I lived here? 2018, Alex and I moved into this building, into this apartment building, but we had a horrible upstairs neighbors. So we ended up working out a deal that we could move down the hall into our current unit that we've been in since May of 2019. So yes, we are moving locations. We're actually moving out of this building. We're actually moving into a condo. So kind of an in-between, but more closely to an apartment, obviously. But that leads me to one of the most asked questions, which is, why did you choose to continue renting over buying? So the short answer is we just didn't feel like the timing was right to buy, especially in Los Angeles right now. It's just like the market is absolutely insane, and it's insane a lot of places. Things are just going so fast and way over ask. That's the short answer. If you want the long answer to this, because there's so many like little moving parts as to like why we made that decision, because it literally took us forever, that will be in an upcoming moving vlog. So stay tuned for that, but I'm just gonna keep the video going and answer some more questions. Was moving part of the manifestation and best wishes? You are the sweetest, Sheila. Yes, actually, this is funny. I don't know if you're referring to my vision board. Let me just go grab her. This stuff gets me so excited. Okay, I will link that video down below of me making this one, but if you watch that video, I did put a couple little house things and I explained what they actually represent. At the time I was making my vision board, I didn't know, like I didn't see a clear answer as to if we were gonna like continue to rent or buy something, but all I knew is that like we really wanted something if we were renting or continuing to live in this actual apartment. We just wanted lower rent. This actual unit was way more than we were paying down the hall just because this is a bigger unit. It's laid out a little bit better. Because of our horrible neighbor, I was able to negotiate it like way down. I feel like 2020 put so much into perspective for all of us and like what we truly value, what's important to us right now, and like just a lot of time to reflect. There's just things now that we value more than having the nicest aesthetic apartment. We actually were able to find our new place, like the condo that we're moving into, and it is so much cheaper and it's bigger, and I mean everything just really worked out, and I'm just shook at like how much money we're saving. Just a general moving question, what's the best way to move clothes? Actually, in my experience, the best way is just to leave it on the hanger. I've done both, where I've like taken out all of my clothes into boxes, and after moving so many times, I realized that it's just such a waste of time. And obviously it depends like how far you're moving. If you're moving like cross country, like maybe this isn't gonna work. But you can actually get like these rods that are really helpful that you can just like throw them in your car, and you can just keep your clothes on the hanger and like put them all in, kind of like people have in their cars, like bloggers for shooting and stuff. You could do something like that. They also make like moving boxes specifically for clothes, so it has kind of like that rod at the top, so you can just keep them all in the hanger like that. I honestly find it's just the easiest to do that. If you're moving somewhere close and you can just like use your car or something, I would honestly just like take a couple of trips and just like lay them all out. That way you don't have to like repack all of your clothes and like put them on hangers, because that's just like such a task in itself, and there's already so many things that you have to unpack when you're moving. So just make it easier. Next question. Oh my God, I thought it was 6 o'clock. I almost had a panic. What's your go-to method for finding apartments to view? This is a great question. I think I actually also did a video about moving and like my tips for moving to LA, which is also another question I got. So if you do want to see that, I will link that down below. One of our favorite methods to use is just apartments.com. It's just really like user-friendly, easy to see, favorite things. Obviously Zillow. Our lease here doesn't end until May 31st, so we didn't want to look too ahead of time, which I had recommended in the past, like you start your search early, but honestly for LA, like especially right now, things are going so fast and there's a lot of deals also going on, especially if you're planning on looking at like a luxury building. They'll often do like rent specials, like 6 to 8 weeks off or even like 1 month free. A lot of times they'll only offer you that rent special if you choose to sign within like 48 hours of viewing the apartment. So if you are interested in looking at an apartment, I highly recommend, if they do have like a rent special like that, to save it until like, you know, the month that you're actually moving, which can be scary because you're like, I just want to know where I'm moving. Hold off that tour, but like save it on your short list of like places to look at and then just like pump them all out either in one day or within like a few days. That's what we did this last time. We just like scheduled all of our tours for I think it was all in one day, honestly, maybe 2 days. And that way we could just like make a decision right away. I really like the app Hot Pads. I use that, I think, to find this place. It's an app, but also a website. But I feel like the app is honestly a little bit more user-friendly. Also Craigslist, like you can find like houses to rent a little bit easier over there, and same with Hot Pads. Oh, and also there's a website, what is it? Apartmentlist.com, I think. It's almost like a game, like a BuzzFeed quiz. Just type in like, I'm looking for 2 bedrooms, or these amenities are important to me, and you can like rank them based on I must have it versus like it would be nice to have. You put your budget in there and then it's kind of like a Tinder. So yeah, check that out. Are you moving to a different area in LA than you are now? Actually, you guys, this is hilarious. We are moving like 2 buildings away. So it's on our same street, which I'm actually so excited about because I've grown to really, really like this area. You know, kind of just like get your own routine down. I just opened a new coffee shop down the street from us too that we just love going to. It just opened, so we were like, damn it, we have to leave. But I think Alex actually, I don't want to give him credit, but I'm pretty sure he was the one who found this place. So yeah, it was funny because it was on our street, so we've obviously passed this so many times, but I never even considered it because I thought it was only to buy since they're condos. However, we snatched it up. Best tips on moving with live plants. I actually got this question quite a few times, like how the F do you move plants? Honestly, the last time we moved with plants was literally just down the hall. So luckily it's literally down the street. So we're gonna be able to like make a couple trips between them, like before we actually have like the movers come and help us. But there are some like big plants that I don't know. I mean, I feel like they just throw it in the moving truck. I remember when we were considering moving to Seattle, we were like, what are we gonna do with our plants? Great question. If anyone else has moved with their live plants, like you just can't part with them and you had to move with them, can you please leave us your tips in the comments below, because I'm actually very curious how you managed to do this, or if you just have to part ways, which is so sad to think about, but sometimes it must be done. Got a few questions about you guys moving and if I have any tips that I can share about moving in general. Honestly, one tip would be just to do yourself a favor and get movers if you possibly can. It has made my moves so much easier. I've moved with and without movers, and honestly, it's just so worth it to me. I just don't have the arm strength like to move to help Alex. Absolute nightmare. Also, whether you get movers or not, I think it's really helpful to get dollies. I recommend going to somewhere like Home Depot. We always rent them there because you can like get a couple and then just return them the next day. And that way it just helps you stack a bunch of things on there at once and like help you move. Also, I have a great tip. As you know, moving boxes are so freaking expensive. So head to somewhere like Facebook Marketplace. I was searching there recently for moving boxes because people who recently moved are often like, what do I do with all these moving boxes? So odds are they have a really, really good deal on moving boxes, and they're like hardly, I mean, they're like used once. And I honestly saw a lot of them on there for free. So, I mean, if that's something that you're comfortable doing, definitely check there. And, or if you're someone who gets a lot of packages for your job or whatever, or someone in your household does, like myself, I'm actually just keeping, like, I have like 5 boxes right now in my office. I'm just like keeping, and I'm just gonna reuse them. Are you changing up your style at all this time? Yes, our apartment is definitely a little bit of a different style. It's definitely older. I feel like, honestly, all of the apartments that we've lived in LA are very modern. They're like luxury buildings, and they're very nice, but they're all kind of like cookie cutter or whatever. This one is definitely my favorite apartment that we've had looks wise. We got the concrete floors and the air ducts. Like I said, it's just very like industrial. There's dark wood floors, which I don't love because it shows dirt really, really easily. Both of the rooms are carpet, which is something something that I never used to even consider. Like, I was very much against carpet. I've always just never liked carpet. Is there any feature you're looking for that you don't currently have? Yes, oh my gosh. One of the biggest things we were looking for is like no shared walls if possible. We just like, there are so many loud neighbors. The walls here are just so thin that we can hear absolutely everything above us, like the stomping. The stomping is obnoxious. None of the walls are shared at our new place and we are so excited about it. Oh, honestly, the main thing that we were looking for besides that was storage. This place, for how like spacious it is, there's just not enough storage. Once you live somewhere long enough, like the little things you start to nitpick, you know? For example, my air fryer has been chilling on my closet floor for like a year. And my last question that I'll answer in this video is, please don't answer if uncomfy, but what was your budget? I didn't have an absolute set budget, first of all, because I didn't know if I was renting or buying, but also I just wanted something mainly that was cheaper than this apartment that would make it like worth moving. You know what I mean? Like, not just, if I found somewhere that was only $100 cheaper a month, I probably would I deal with the whole process of moving? Because moving is just such a task. It's so annoying to move. I was really hoping to find somewhere like at least $500 cheaper a month than we're paying now. And I'm very happy to report that we're actually saving over $1,000 a month at the new place that we found, which is really crazy. A lot of times when you're like looking and find somewhere, you don't know like when you're gonna find the apartment that you want. So a lot of times like your leases are gonna overlap. So I just kind of accepted that was probably gonna happen, but they gave us the entire month of May free. So technically, like if you were to span that month out over the lease length, it'd be like $1,200, over $1,200 cheaper a month that we're saving. We're gonna be saving so much money for our future house as well. So I just can't wait, I'm so excited. That's about it for my moving Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I felt like this was the first good step in the moving series, but let me know if there's any specific videos that you want me to film in my moving series and comment them down below. I hope you guys have a fabulous day and I will see you in my next one. Mwah!